So you're sure this is going to go well?
Oh, trust me, I would never do anything to exploit you just because you may in fact be replacing my role in Sass's arsenal.
Uh,
Anyways, you might only be a measly 1389 CP, but I bet you will shine in your battles today.
thanks, Steve. I'm really sorry about blowing all that smoke into your lunch the other day on accident. You've been such an understanding and trustworthy friend.
Friends, you naughty ball of noxious gas. I am going to create the illusion of friendship, then just when you think all is well in the world, I will strike you down, idiot.
They grow up so fast. Yeah, so I'm actually running a team with Koffing on it. A Hundo Koffing that is level 51. And yeah, I mainly did this because it was a tradition on my channel in the past just to always be running Spice. And this is not even really Spice. This is just asking to lose the battle. But this is crazy. I got a 5-0 with this team. And as you can see, I'm leading with Primeape and had a pretty good lead with Greninja, and I switch in Koffing here on the jump up, which is reasonably good for me. As you can see, they don't want to commit that final shield. In comes the Greninja, and I could go for Rage Fist bait. I mean, if they shield, obviously that's the better call. But if they don't shield, Rage Fist is not going to knock out Greninja, giving it the ability to get to another attack. So I went for the close combat, and they do end up shielding that first one, and then I go for the Rage Fist upon the second. I did end up committing my shield, which could have gone really bad here if this was Stone Edge over Sludge Bomb. Thankfully it wasn't. So that allows my Talonflame to safely get off the damage I need. And it's okay if I go down here with the Sludge Bomb because I still got Primeape and GG. Yeah, so yeah, Koffing, why did I do this? So yeah, if you're new to the channel, at the beginning here I had one of my old recurring characters. It's an alone grimer named P-Mouth. I did these skits. There's a couple videos on my channel involving that character where I would use it in battle and I've hit legend with it in the past. And yeah, I just wanted to try to spice up the YouTube videos a little bit again, because there was a period when I was posting more recently. I just kind of was just posting the post, but I loved being more creative with this channel, even if those videos didn't typically get a crazy amount of views as compared to just doing battles like instantly and jumping right into it. But anyways, yeah, this is another situation where I get pretty lucky with the backline. It does end up being a Digger's Bee, which would have been really tough for Koffing to overcome, but because it has Scorching Sands and Fire Punch confirmed on this moveset, it allows me a little bit more of a window. I do suspect maybe Scorching Sands maybe would have been better to go for. I didn't actually do the damage calc, but even though the flying is immune to ground, I feel like it would maybe do a little bit more than Fire Punch. But anyways, I made a great catch here, knowing that they were definitely just going to keep spamming Fire Punches. And at this point, Koffing's actually going to secure the win with Infestation as its fast attack. So yeah, Koffing has Infestation, Dark Pulse, and Sludge. So yeah, I didn't really answer why I decided to run Koffing. Oh wait, no, I did. I said it because I wanted to do something more of a challenge, a little bit spicy. And I had this in my arsenal for a while, and I did play a little bit during the Xerneas weekend or whatever. So I had a lot of Stardust, and I ended up using pretty much all my Stardust to power up this Koffing that I'm probably probably never going to use again after this, if I'm being honest. I mean, I'm sure I'll end up using it again. I find that the Pokemon I build for the Great League that are extremely volatile, I'll find myself at some point in the season just kind of reaching for things that are extremely wild in my backline, or maybe if I'm doing auto wreck. Yeah, I'm sure I'll use this again, but yeah, Koffing actually kind of popped off in some of these battles. I mean, obviously this is going to be a pretty decent matchup into the Wigglytuff here. Gonna take the Icy Wind, and I decided to switch out just because I want to get some energy on Talonflame, and then also in the case that maybe I would have to switch out to get my defense debuffs off if I go for Brave Bird, I'll still have the opportunity to do so. They end up having Swampert here, so I end up going for the Brave Bird first, hoping that, you know, honestly, maybe Fly would have been better, but I mean, obviously, I wanted to just one-shot it, and I was thinking maybe they'll just take it, knowing that they can. But I guess it does a lot more damage than I even was really thinking. It's been a while, and it didn't really matter, because I end up making a good catch on the Swampert on Koffing, and they actually undertap it, which ends up costing them, because now they pretty much... I feel like I had a good chance. Maybe they could have got the farm down they needed to go for the Hydro Cannon into my Talonflame. But very lucky on that situation. Alright, so Dusclops here. I'm going to bring in Koffing just purely because it has Dark Pulse. I mean, it can kind of take these hits. It's not extremely bulky. I mean, it's only 1389 CP, so it's not really a high number, but stat-wise, I mean, it's very neutral. It feels, I mean, it's not ranked. I think it's ranked in the thousands on PvPoke, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty bad down there. I just figured I would try it out because, I mean, again, the fact that I even got a 5-0 with this team and you're able to witness these battles. I have some other battles I did in other sets. I mean, I had some 3-2 sets and such. Honestly, did better with it than I was expecting. But again, it's still pretty early in the season. But I don't feel like these teams are even really fringe. I think the teams I'm facing feel pretty meta. Like what to expect people experimenting with this early in the season with what we have. And Primeape's crazy, yo. Primeape can straight up just win the Azu matchup just by spamming Rage Fist. Like, look at this. I just clutch it and just get to this last Rage Fist, allowing me to beat the Azu matchup and essentially just creating this, like, awesome scenario for me. I mean, thinking about it, though, I don't know if it would have mattered if I got to that that last Rage Fist, because more than likely it was Ice Beam, Play Rough. So I probably would have been able to live an attack anyways. I mean, maybe... I think I still would have been okay. Maybe an Ice Punch plus the Ice Beam could have maybe taken me out. So I'm fortunate with how that played out. So this is a situation where, you know, I'm just going to stay in, because like I said, even though it doesn't seem like this would be a good matchup, because Primeape can just constantly spam these Rage Fists over and over, look, I'm going to commit the shields just purely based on the fact that I feel that having a beeped up Primeape is going to get the shields immediately, whatever comes in. And fortunately for me, I can actually get off 2 Rage Fists. So they don't shield the first one, makes sense, but they're going to commit at least 1 for sure. And I'm going to bring in my own Talonflame as a mirror, and Brave Bird will punish me, which is what I was actually expecting. But for... maybe they aren't running Brave Bird, but I feel like they would be. They just go for Fly. Instead of trying to remove me immediately, they go for Fly, which I don't feel like was the right play. They could have destroyed me with Brave Bird there. But they end up having Venusaur in the back, which is kind of interesting. I feel like this was absolutely a very tough scenario for me, but in just luck, maybe just based on my opponent's decision making here, I was able to make some pretty good call. I mean, I made a really great catch here to make it so I can get up to my double sludge that I'm gonna need for Talonflame, and they end up switching in Talonflame maybe to catch the sludge, but I already had 2 loaded, so it's just gonna be a GG. So even though that was a little back and forth there, I made some pretty good plays there at the end to assure that I was gonna win, because I feel like that was like a really tough battle for me, even though it looked really good. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, hit that like button. It does help my content out a lot. Consider subscribing. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, The Sass Squad is getting stronger each and every day. Good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. And YouTube thinks that you would really enjoy this video, so maybe check it out.